he said, and appointed for them a daily portion of the king's food and of the wine which he drank. After having been thus nourished for 3 years, they were to stand before the king. As Phinehas, the master of the chief of the eunuchs, into whose hands they had been entrusted, following a custom of the time, gave to each of these youth a new and Babylonian name. To Daniel he gave them the name Belshazzar. Are you hearing me? Now here we are looking at this profound great man of God, and not only did he lose his name, but he also lost his manlyhood.
Well,
now what do you do when we are being positioned within ourselves to be in a position where our own manliness, my own creativity, my own ability to create what God has already created in my now has been stripped from me? Oh, ain't nobody talking. Can I make it more practical for you? What do you do when you know what to do won't work anymore? When the stuff that you can always count on to at least bring you a little bit of pleasure has now been cut off. You do know what a eunuch is, you know. Daniel was a eunuch. He was a man that had his private area cut off. Why? Is because he kept good company with not just the king, but with the king's wife. And so the man was so insecure, he didn't want any man that had any capability to bring stimulation to his wife to have that ability to be standing so close to his wife. Oh, y'all not hearing what I'm talking about? Y'all don't know no men like that, do you? You know, you got to tell them where you're going. You got to tell them how long you're going to be there. You got to tell them when they're coming home. See, because when you start finding somebody that is tremendously insecure within their own selves or within their own lives, they're going to make sure that ain't no other man around them that has a capability to bring stimulation. They're going to make sure that that's cut off because they're intimidated by their small stuff. See, when your stuff ain't so small, can I talk it real right through here? When your stuff ain't that small, you ain't too scared to stand with the big dogs. Can I talk real in the house? It's in the word. Yes, sir. Are you hearing me? When you're not intimidated, I'm not easily intimidated by anybody. Now, if you would have came a few years ago, yeah, I would have been intimidated because I didn't know what I really had. Ain't nobody talking to me in here. That's why you got to find you a wife, because a wife helps you understand who you really are. Ain't nobody talking. You got to find you a helpmate. Now this is all practical, baby. And when you find somebody that you can help develop and bring them into their significance, then you got a mate for life.
that's right, Bishop.
Y'all hear what I'm saying? And so we understand the king is insecure because all he wants around him, he wants educated people, he wants sophisticated people, but he don't want nobody to be able to bring stimulation into something that belongs to him. And so he says, cut all of them off. So here this brother is, he loses his ability, so we think. And now he also loses his name. His name means God is my judge. Daniel, his name means God is my judge, but he loses that name and they give him some other wicked name that is attributed to some demonic entity that is occupying that geographical location. Somebody say the devil is a liar. Now you can try to take my potency, you can try to take my effectiveness, but one thing about it, you may call me whatever you want to call me, but there's one thing, that the only thing that I'm going to answer to, and that's God being my judge. See, ain't nobody talking. See, everybody else will try to make you feel small and make you feel insignificant, and they want to try to enslave you because you got your abilities and you got your talents. Listen, the only time that you're going to come in contact with somebody that is trying to control you, it is not because, good God Almighty, you don't possess something significant. The reason why they're trying to control you is because you have something that is significant and they don't. So they have to control you in order for them to feel all right. Somebody say the devil is a liar. And you can call me all this other mess, but brother, let me tell you one thing. I am not what other people call me. I am what God has judged concerning me, and what God has said concerning me. Can I preach here? That he is my head, and that because of that, I'm not going to be anybody's tail. He has made me above and not beneath. He has caused me to be the lender and not the borrower. Somebody say, preach, black man.
Preach, black man.
So Daniel, he says, listen, I'm going to give you this name, Belshazzar. And in the Babylonian, this name was probably Belu Litar Shari Asua, which means, O Bel, protect thou the hostage of the king. Look at the insignificance and the insecurity of this king. That he gives this brother a name just so that he can say, through this name, I need protection. Never be afraid of that one man that has to go 10 deep. Ain't nobody talking to me. Never be afraid of somebody that always has to ride with a posse, because all he's trying to do, or all they're trying to do, is reveal how insignificant they really feel within themselves. Never be afraid of somebody that when you get in an argument with them, that they always got to go and call somebody else. But if you don't believe it, well, I need you to listen to service because they don't verify that I said the same. Listen, if you can't stand on your own 2 feet, if you can't stand on the gospel or the truth of what God says concerning you, ain't no point in you bringing nobody else in here, because ain't nobody else gonna make you feel any better about yourself than how you feel concerning the situation or circumstance. Preacher better be confident, amen. Somebody say, Lord, help the preacher. So what is God trying to do within our lives? He's trying to call you and us and all of us together to understand that yes, we have gone through a season of exile. We have gone through a season, my God, of hurt and busted and disgusted. But let me tell you, because your stuff has been cut off, and because your name has been changed to try to suit and to protect somebody else's identity, God said in this moment, if you stay true within your heart of hearts of who you are, there's a season coming where I'm going to promote you right in the face of your enemy. Oh, ain't nobody talking to me in here. Can I make it a little bit more applicable? Because since I can get maybe about 10 more people, I'm here to tell you, your enemy today is about to bless you tomorrow. If you would just hold on to the character, don't lose your character, don't lose your nature. I know they're talking about you. I know they're saying all kinds of crazy stuff concerning you. But God said in a few more days, if you stay truthful in your worship concerning me, I'm about to turn the tide, baby. And it's about to work in your favor. Somebody say, Lord, help this preacher. Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. So the youth were probably between 12 to 15 years old. Somebody say, don't give up on our youth, Lord. I don't know about you, but I know that because of all of the mess that I see within our 12-year-olds and our 15-year-olds, that there's about to be a shift and a change in their lives. The enemy has come in and cut off their manliness and cut off their significance and their ability to affect their geographical location. But somebody say the devil is a liar. I know you're calling them bad, but they're about to be something greater than you ever imagined. I know you call them a knucklehead, but they're about to become something greater. I know you're looking upside their head and you see all them BB shots and cocoa nuts. Ain't nobody talking in here. I know that God is about to work out something in their life, and before it's all said and done, God's about to straighten out the cake. He's going to straighten out the rebellion. He's going to straighten them out, and he's going to make them stand up for what is right and what is true. I just wish I had a few more people, at least some parents in here. I thought they can support this preacher as he preaches. The youth are probably between 12 and 15 of age at the time when they were carried captive for the changes of the names compared to Joseph changes to Zephaniah, Paneah, which is found in Genesis 41 and 45. Elkim to Jehoiakim in 2 Kings 23 and 34. Mattaniah